So today I got my new battery from Amazon, and it was sold by OEM Cycle in Tennessee, I guess, and came via FedEx. It's one of these batteries where I've got to install the acid into it. So this is a new experience for me. So from what I understand, I put the acid inside the battery and then let it sit for a while. It'll build up a charge, but then that's not enough. I'll have to put it onto the NOCO charger. So that will also prove that this thing will charge an AGM battery right up to between 12.8 to 13.1, which is the maximum voltage that an AGM battery should give. It's got some tracking inside. Okay. There we go. Yuasa battery. Yuasa battery, and there's the model number YTX14 BS. So it's got less cranking amps, 12 volts. It says 12 volts. 12.6 ampere hours, 200 amps. I'm going with a lesser battery because, you know, come on, it's an older bike. I'm not going to spend as much money as I spent. This battery cost half as much money as the other battery that lasted 5 years. I'll put the specs up on the screen as to what this battery is all about. Can you see that? So the other battery, this battery is the one that just came out of the that was giving me trouble. This is the old battery and this is the new battery. And they're about the same size, almost exactly. I'll put the dimensions up on the screen as well. So yeah. Now the thing is, this acid has to go in. I've got to peel this thing off, put this like this, and then when it's all drained out, this becomes the top of the battery to seal it in. And I was a little bit worried if it was going to add to the height, because I don't have a lot of space. I don't have a lot of space in the RS's battery compartment for for anything bigger than the battery I just removed. So it's going to have to sit flush, and it looks like these caps here all will sit flush into the holes in here. But it says electrolyte for this battery. Okay, and sulfuric acid can cause blindness or severe burns. Shield your eyes, flush eyes immediately with water if you've got a spill in your eyes. But I mean, I think if you've got a spill in your eyes, you got serious problems. It comes with instructions at the back here, instructions for handling electrolyte. So let's take a look at that. All right, I've read the instructions and I've got my safety glasses on. I don't know if I need safety glasses, but they've got, because I wear glasses, but they've got sides on them, so it makes it safer. So essentially what I've got to do first is to peel this off. Okay. These are the holes in the top, and they've got, they'll be able to puncture the seals on top of this container here, because they got a little bit of, they're cut at an angle, so it's it should actually pierce. The next thing I've got to do is pull these things off, right? So this will be used on that after I'm done, and you can see the little foil ends there. So what I've got to do now is push this on here evenly and wait until all of that electrolyte flows into here. And it's going to take about 20 minutes. This is the pamphlet here, and it's in several different languages, but you only need to read this panel here. And it says if there's any bubbles or anything like that inside and it's not flowing properly, you just got to tap at the back or tap at the bottom here, like that. So here it goes. I'm going to push this on. Hopefully you can see. So line it all up and push it down straight like that. Can you see the bubbles? This one here looks like it's bubbling good. It's all flowing in. Oh yeah, it's flowing. Well, I think it's done. It's kind of hard to tell though. Shine a light on it and see if we can see a little bit. Yeah, there's nothing in there. It's supposed to have some voltage right now, but it'll require 17 hours plus, I think. Tip it like this and it makes no mess. Okay, it's empty, confirmed to be empty. So we take this and we cover it over. Do not open, it says on top. Just push this down. I guess it goes either way. And it's kind of hard to go on, which is good. Means it's hard to get off. Push them all down firmly. This is sealed pretty darn good on there. And I guess we can just dispose of this in the trash with this. I want to say it feels very slightly warm on the outside, but when I say warm, it's just like, you know, slightly above above the ambient temperature in this garage. But let's see what the the voltage is just after putting the electrolyte inside. All right, this is the positive and that's the negative. What's it saying? Oh, look at that. 12.56. Isn't that something, eh? 12.56, just after adding the sulfuric acid. So for batteries with ratings of less than 18 Ah ampere hours, and this one is 12.6 ampere hours, they said let the battery stand for 20 to 60 minutes. I'm gonna go to sleep in about an hour and a half's time, so I'll put this on the charger just before I go to bed, and then they say let it charge for about 17 hours, I think, or until it's fully charged. So I'm going to be using my new Noco Genius 10 charger to charge this up starting in about 1 hour's time. So it's been resting there on the bench for about an hour, and as you can see here, I've got it all hooked up to the charger. So I'm going to just plug this in now and set it up for AGM battery. I don't know if you can see that, but the light is set on 12 volt AGM, and the red light is on, so it's going to start charging here. So yeah, we'll resume this video when the thing is fully charged, and then check the voltage, see what it says. I forgot to mention this does come in the packet with the battery, so just a little nut. I hate these connectors because what I've had to do is actually pack the inside of these little terminals here with something underneath, so that the nut stays up closer to the to the top, so that I can tighten it without the nut moving all over the place. I really don't like those connectors. Well, it's been almost 24 hours since I started this charging of this battery, and I charged it for about 19 hours, and I've let it sit for a couple hours now. So we're going to test it and see what the voltage is. 12.83, 12.82. That should be 100%. So the Yuasa battery is all charged up now, and I'm going to go ahead and install this in the RS and hopefully get a start. I'm going to just slip that battery into that spot there, into there. It should fit. This I've got to connect up. This is the positive wire. The positive electrode goes in on the inside, and the negative is on the outside. I've got those dumb connectors that I don't like, these things here. I put a couple of small pieces of corrugated cardboard in there to kind of keep that nut up while I try and catch those screws. I can't be bothered to find a more elegant solution at this time. The battery is hooked up again. I haven't put everything back neat because I want to test it out and see if it'll start. Here we go. Okay. Success. So it looks as though we're back in business, which is good. I'm gonna have to take this bike for a ride anyway. I'm gonna probably go to my dealership. I don't know, tomorrow is gonna be a little bit of a rainy day, but I've got to book the bike in for the shaft drive service. I finally got my letter. Maybe I'll make a video about that. That's a sore point for me because yeah, we've been waiting a long time. Us RS owners have been waiting a long time for this letter talking about the amended service maintenance schedule and the drive shaft replacement. But I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. Maybe. So the battery cover is back on. The bike is all buttoned up and ready to go. As a matter of fact, I put it back on the charger just to make sure that it stays topped up. And that's the whole reason why I bought this new smarter charger, because whenever I'm riding the Tiger, I'm not riding the RS, and the RS is sitting in the garage. I don't want the battery to just die down. I guess it's debatable whether you want to keep your bike on a charger 100% of the time if you're not riding it. I don't know what you guys think about it. I really didn't think too hard about it when I just decided to keep it on the battery tender, because as far as I know, that has a maintenance mode, and it says storage. So the little I've got it over there. The little green light says storage. So it tells me that it's going to be a maintenance float, some kind of a maintenance charge, and it's been on that for a couple of years now. So, I mean, I've got 5 years out of it. It's just natural that the battery would die in about 5 years' time. And I'm going to continue to do the same thing with this battery here. I'm going to put it on this even smarter charger, newer technology, because that battery tender is at least 10 years old. Yeah, this newer charger should be even better. I think this weekend I'm going to take the bike out for a ride. I haven't ridden it in a few weeks, and it's due for another exercise run, now with a new battery. Hopefully, like with the other battery, I get 5 years out of it, and there's no reason why I shouldn't, because I mean, it's kept in the garage all the time, and it's on the trickle charger, so it should be, and every now and again I take it out for a ride, so it should last for another 5 years. And if it does, I'm glad. Because I spent like just over $80 for this battery, whereas the other one was like $160. So yeah, it's about half price. I figure with an older bike, why buy such an expensive battery with I forget what the 230 cold cranking amps was the old battery. This one here is I forget what it says. I'll probably put it up on the screen here, but it's much less cold cranking amps. But hey, if it works, then that's great. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, share the video, leave a comment below. What do you think about these batteries that you've got to activate yourself? You probably heard about it before, and some of you probably even used it. This is my first time, my first experience using this battery, and so far so good. That's the way to go. I think I'm going to be doing that all the time. Because if the battery is activated and in the store, it's kind of running down. Whereas I like the idea of activating it just before you start using it. That's a pretty cool idea for me. So anyway, that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, keep the shiny side up.